Hey guys, it's Charlie from Fightfast. Today we got a 3 versus 1 street fight. Who do you think's gonna win? Let's get right into it.
Alright guys, let's get into the video. So once again, I think this video is from Russia, just like our last video, and there's going to be a lot of points in this of some of our last videos. I don't know who's in the wrong or right, but there's a lot of arguing going around, and this guy seems very mad, the one that the camera is pointed on in the middle. But the thing about this is he seems mad, but everyone's hands are down, including his. And this guy right here, his hands are even in his pocket. So I don't know if this should have escalated to a fight. We don't know why this guy is so angry. We don't know if he's in the right or wrong, but we've done lots of polls on this channel in the community posts. Go check them out. And a lot of people say, like, try to de-escalate the situation, and I think that's, that should have been #1 right now, especially for this guy in the middle. I don't know why, he must have some balls of steel, because there's 3 guys and he's just like, I'm gonna take them, I don't care. Which I think this could have been de-escalated, but once again, we don't know the situation.
Hey guys, maybe you want some tips and lessons about this 3 versus 1. Maybe you don't want to be in that situation. Maybe you want tips for just a street fight situation.
We got our free lethal fight enders. It's a quick, easy learn personal combat lesson designed for real life confrontations. Our approach is rooted in over 3 decades of research, including insights from law enforcement, military training from Navy SEALs, MMA fighters, and more, focusing solely on what works in a street fight, regardless of your size or strength. This will help you take on bigger, stronger attackers. If you really want some tips for this situation or any kind of fight ender situation, go to the link down below, click on the button, and get your access to our free lethal fight enders down below. So he starts to take a step out, and then he just makes a fast turn back around and boom, knocks that guy out 1 punch, knocks that guy out 2 punches, and then the third guy just going crazy. And this goes to tell you, we always hear these instructors say, you ain't gonna be in a street fight longer than 8 seconds. And this is a perfect example. I think this was about 4 seconds, and we had 3 different guys out. And he just goes to town. That poor last guy is getting the worst of it. Maybe the other 2 look more intense. This is kind of bad video to see, but their eyes look like they're really listening to him. But the guy that's talking looks clearly mad. So, like we've said so many times in this, de-escalate it. Don't fight. That's when everybody wins. But maybe you don't have a chance and it's gonna get into it. And definitely this guy that it looks like, from what I'm saying, we don't know what's going on, it looks like he's the one that's really mad and thinking about doing this. It's kind of crazy that in every single video we've seen so far that we've reviewed together, we've watched together, we've agreed together, we've disagreed together, it doesn't matter, we're all here on this journey. I don't think we've ever had one video yet that someone is even in a fighting stance, gets into a fighting stance, or has their hands up to block at all whatsoever. I think you need those signs. They seem really relaxed and chill. And now, I don't know if this was a distraction method or a surprise method, but he totally walks out like, yeah, I'm not gonna, forget these guys, I'm not gonna fight. And then he just turns around, turning towards his right, which means that left hand's gonna come. Another thing, you need to, like I'm saying, you need to look out for these signs. He was the only one throwing his hands up, not for a blocking, but really as in, you can see the body being over exaggerating. It is, as in, he is really mad. His chin was out, his chest was puffed out, he looks mad, he's yelling, it looks like, and those are plenty of signs to start getting ready. And now right here, once he starts turning right, you should know if he's turning right, that means the left's coming, and that guy just walked right into that. Poof, out. And then a right, out. Didn't get him out. He's like, let me go back. He just kind of pushes that other guy in the middle. It's too late to it's too late. 2 of the guys are down, so now it's kind of like a one-on-one. And he just goes ham on that guy. None of them started picking up on all those signs that I was telling you guys. His chin out, his chest out, his hands getting thrown up into the air. He looks irritated. He's throwing his hands everywhere. He's gonna go out, and then he starts turning. And of course, once he starts turning, there's only a few seconds, but their senses should have already have been heightened. Like their aware level should have already been heightened. Like, I feel like this guy, any second could start, coming towards me or fighting me or whatever. So as soon as he stopped at that elevator, I would have been backing up. He starts turning, I would have been really backing up. Then he starts punching. After the first guy gets punched, by then now we're talking even more seconds of what's going on. The other 2 should have picked up their hands right away, and nope, they just keep on getting punched. He even swings at this guy, misses, and he still doesn't put his hands up. Gets punched again, falls, None of them, just blocking. That would be another thing, like we've mentioned so many times. Break down what you would have done in this situation, but let's start with try to de-escalate it. Don't get in a fight, everybody wins. If you're in that situation, somehow you got in this small space, keep your eyes, be hyper aware of what's going on. Really read the guy. You could do a lot by just reading people, you know, and that came in a lot of last week's video with personal space and reading people. The next thing is, if all of those things you're missing, all the red flags getting thrown out to you like an NFL game, and you're just, you know, you're missing them. Someone got punched before the other two. Start blocking. Put your hands up. Block your face, block your neck, block anything that's going to get you really injured. Like I said, I don't know who's wrong or right. That's not really what we were looking at. We're just looking at what you would do in the situations. So guys, what would you do in a situation like this? Let me know in the comments. And like I said, if you want real professional insights on stuff like this and tips and lessons and tutorials and skills, go click on the link in our description for the Fight Enders. It's totally free. Go click on it and yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.
So when you have to fight more than one person, there are different scenarios. One scenario is that you have space. We're going to address that one first. Later on, we're going to address the scenario where you have to fight more than one person and you do not have the latitude of having this much space. So we're going to start off with a 2-on-1. We're not going to throw any blows, and I want you to see the mindset of how you fight two people. And that mindset is that you don't fight two people, you fight one person. Kind of like an eclipse. You want to keep one person here, the assailant behind them, and you want yourself here. The last thing you want to do is rush down the middle of two people. So you want to keep an I as opposed to a T formation. Okay, guys, come on out. Now again, we're not throwing any punches. I just want you to see the footwork. Notice the movement and the footwork, the perpetual zoning. Okay, ready? Go. And break. Good. Now if you noticed, I had one of my assailants always behind the other, where I wasn't fighting two people at the same time. Then from there, once you have that established, then you can throw in your blows, your punching, your headbutt, your knees, and your elbows. You first have to get the footwork down. Now for our next scenario is going to be 3-on-1. I don't get an equalizer. I have no blade. I have no bottles. I have to fight three people. My experience has been that this never works. All you can do is prolong the inevitable. You can continue zoning, you can try to keep people off you, but eventually they're going to swarm on you. Eventually somebody's going to grab you, take you to the ground, and the other two guys are just going to pummel you. So my goal here is not to win the fight, not to be a tough guy. My goal is to escape safely. So what you're going to see me do is prolong it until the timing is right, and then I'm going to split. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, once again, you're not playing Billy Jack. You're not trying to take on all these guys at one time. The concept here is to be like a rat and to survive, to escape safely. So all you can do is you can buy yourself some time, your best scenario against three people, buy yourself some time, get up on your toes, stick and move, get a few shots in. When the timing's right, split. And that's what I did. That's the best advice I can give you.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.